Okay. Hi, everybody. It's Shane.
It's Oscar.
Oh my god. Do that again. Hi, everybody. It's Shane.
It's Oscar.
And you are listening to the Pure Notions podcast.
It's a podcast about being Irish but not being in Ireland.
Exactly. We are going through the alphabet, A, B, C, and now we're on D. I know what I put for D.
I put driving.
Let's do that. Let's do driving.
Let's do
okay,
driving.
Do you drive?
I used to drive.
I have never seen... What did you get taken off the road?
Yeah. I'm not sure what to talk about in the podcast. So yes, I used to drive. It's been like 10 years since I've driven. Well, it's been... I had a learner's permit, but I don't have it anymore.
Because when you say you used to drive, does that mean that you used to have a car, or you are no longer legally allowed to drive?
I can legally drive.
Oh, I thought you were banned from driving.
No. But I used to have a car. I used to drive when I was like in college, and then I moved to Slovakia, and then my license expired. Basically, so if I want to drive again, I have to do the driving test again. And I tried to do the driving test in Slovakia, and I can drive a car normally. I know how to operate a vehicle, but passing the theory test in Slovak in English, but in the Google translated theory test that they make you do, I failed it 3 times in a row.
Okay.
And you have to do the theory test and the driving test on the same day.
Ah, okay. For reference, for anyone who's not Irish, we do our theory test. Yeah. Then you get your provisional driver's license, and then as long as you're with a licensed driver, you can drive for X amount of time, and then you go and do your full test.
Yeah, I mean, but it wasn't very strictly enforced when I was driving. So I was just driving for like 2 years, just on the learner's permit, and no one really said anything. And I was even stopped and.
That's because you're from Kerry, where nothing is really enforced. Yeah. Where I live, that was. I had a learner's permit during COVID. I took care of my mum and my dad as well. I was driving to the pharmacy to get medication because she was having chemotherapy, and the police stopped me because they were just doing a checkpoint, and I had a provisional license, and I was like, what do you want me to do? I have it booked, like the license is booked, I need to get... And the guards in Ireland, like, shout out, they were... I know people criticise them,
you can reason with them.
They were pretty decent, and they moved my appointment. He was like, give me your phone number, give me all your details, and I got a driver's test like the next week.
And you failed it?
Which I failed. I nearly ran over a woman's dog, and I was like, but it's her fault. She walked out on top of me, and they're like, but you have to always be aware. And I'm like, no, she should have to always be aware. Why should I have to? Anyway, it's fine. So we both drive, but we don't have cars.
Yeah. Okay. And I tried to do the learning test, the driving test here in Slovakia. And I mean, it was like, I think the biggest problem here would be the drivers in Slovakia are sort of suicidal in a way, or not suicidal, but you have to be very, I think, from what I've been told, you have to be a very assertive driver.
Yeah. In
Bratislava, at least. You have to, fight for your place in the road, and like people get mad at you if you're not. And like sometimes I look at what cars do. I mean, I'd be freaked out just sharing the road with trams as well. Like, that would freak me the fuck out. Like, just like think, what is this land snake that I have to, maneuver around?
Yeah, trams are they scare. I would not. I would drive in Europe. I have driven, but not in and around a city.
I think though, my mother before she passed, like, she didn't have she never had a driver's license, and she was still driving us around, but like she was in a similar situation, and she never ever, she kept failing driving tests, but she was crashing into stuff all the time. And when
thank God they didn't give her a license.
In my 2 years driving, I had 3 car crashes. Now,
are you joking?
No.
Are you really bad?
I just wasn't paying attention to the road.
That would make that would be the definition of quite bad. So that would fit onto that category.
So now the 2 of these crashes were during the big ice of 2010. Okay, the big
so it's the weather's fault.
So there was one time I was driving around the bend. Okay, and this is the front of the car. Driving around the bend, and then there's another car coming next to me, and then I brake, and then my car just kind of goes like this on the road. So like I hit off the ditch, and like I'm missing the right bumper off the side of the car.
For anyone who can't see the visual, Oscar's using his iPhone as a car, and he just braked too suddenly and crashed.
I did a 180 on the road basically.
That's because you braked too suddenly.
I braked too suddenly, yes, and that's because I only had a provisional license, and we're not used to driving in the ice in Ireland as well.
No, we're not.
And there was one time when I drove into a ditch, and there was another time when I was. And
was that the ditch's fault or yours?
That was my fault.
Hey, fair
Son of a ditch.
It was also quite icy, but and then there was another time when I was driving. It was my longest drive ever. I was driving from Ballyheigue to Clarny. I was outside of Tralee.
For reference, that's about an hour.
Yeah, I was on the way on the road to Clarny, and just a car was like, I was driving with my friends in the car, and my friend was like, Oscar, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, huh? And then I drove into the back of a car that was getting ready to turn off the road. No one died.
I did not know this about you.
And then another car drove into the back of me.
Another car drove into.
So it was a 3-car situation. It was like a threesome, but
I didn't know this about you. You are an absolute fucking idiot. I did not know this.
Yeah. Menace to society.
So it's probably a good thing.
I was going to start this podcast by saying, oh my God, we should go on a road trip. Now I'm like, absolutely not. We're going on a road trip with Wizz Air.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think now I'm older and wiser, and I think it would actually not, because I mean, I was like 17, 18 as well. And I think now I'd be more locked in and stuff. Because I mean, I drove from Sligo to Kerry one time.
Okay.
So I can actually do a long.
It's about 4 hours, guys.
Yeah, I can do like a long distance drive in Ireland, but and. Yeah. So 3 car accidents in 2 years.
And you failed the Slovak exam 3 times.
I failed the theory test, okay?
So you haven't even got into the car and you failed.
Yeah. Because
sorry, this podcast is not making you look great.
One of the times we had there's a driving school in Bratislava where you can do it in English.
Okay.
And so we were doing the test, okay, and it was me and a bunch of other people, and there was this Asian gentleman doing the test with me, and it was just me and this guy left, because I was looking over the answers. I was trying to. I'll get into the specifics of the test later, but this guy, because the test is administered by a policeman, so there's a policeman sitting at a desk checking the answers.
Was it a sexy policeman?
I don't think so. Well, maybe.
Go on, you can answer that. We all know Wayne Rooney's different from David Beckham.
I don't think casting my mind to this instance, I don't think it was a sex policeman. No.
Okay.
But he was like, this guy failed, and then so the guy running the school, he instinctively was like, oh, failed, and he instinctively went to the Asian guy before me without reading the name, and then it was like, oh, it's Oscar, okay, and they came, Oscar, okay, you got this, so you fucked up this one. But the theory test, okay, there's like, I think they've changed it now, but there was like 30 tests, okay?
30 questions?
No, 30 different tests.
Okay.
And the only way to guarantee passing was to memorize each test.
Okay.
Basically, so you knew what answer to give for each question. I didn't do that. I was like, oh, memorize. I was like, oh, I can do half, and then I can, use my, common sense and reasoning. Would you like to do the Slovak theory test? This is test number 28.
What, me?
Yeah, I'll read you some questions, okay?
But you have the Slovak theory test on your phone?
Yeah, I have one of the questions, okay? So, question number 3 on test 28. An operator must not entrust driving of the vehicle to a person, A, who is younger than 25 years, although he otherwise meets the prescribed conditions, B, with unknown identity to him, or C, who does not have at least 2 years experience in driving a motor vehicle.
B.
Is B, yes. Congratulations.
So if you're 24, of course you can drive, and if you have a year's driving experience, of course you can drive. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, please crush it.
Oscar failed this test 3 times, ladies and gentlemen.
Please crush it.
Oh my God! Stop fucking texting me, Jesus Christ!
You are the one that
I've got 4 different women text me. So, Mr. Sex over here. Okay. If the incoming train or other rail vehicle is already seen or heard, and especially its honking or whistling is heard, a driver, A, must not enter the railway crossing. B, may enter the railway crossing if a warning is not given by two alternative flashing lights. Or C, may enter the railway crossing if a freight train is coming.
You failed this test 3 times. If a train is coming, you should A, not go onto the train track.
I didn't fail this test, okay?
Okay.
There was one question, it's like, I don't remember what test it was on. It was like, if the axis perpendicular to the blah 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 is thing, and it's like you will enter the left or the right side, or you'll do. The way it was worded was very clear.
Your test was harder than that one.
I couldn't visualize what the thing was asking me, and I'm a fairly, verbally intelligent person. I feel like, if I can read something, I can visualize it.
Oh,
and then.
Says the guy who struggles with verbally intelligence.
Says the guy who drove into a ditch. But, I mean, no, we're here for you. I admire your confidence.
There was no words involved in driving into the ditch. Okay, that was a failure of lots of things. But
switching gears.
Hey!
Apart from
I have not covered myself in glory today,
no, this was not your podcast. Apart from people in Kerry, what country have you been where the drivers are the worst? Because I think in Ireland in general we're actually quite good.
It's okay. I think it's more. I wouldn't say that the drivers are the worst, but like when I first came to Central Europe, I went to Budapest in like 2015, and there was a bit of a shock to me that they do the same in Slovakia as well. When on a zebra crossing, the cars don't automatically stop for you. Like the cars kind of just keep. They don't decelerate.
It's like a battle of wills, kind of.
Yeah. So that was kind of scary to me as well. Like in Slovakia, you can, even if the green man is on, the drivers can still sort of turn into the zebra crossing, which is like in Ireland, even like, and maybe not in. Maybe not up the country in the big fancy towns like Dublin, but down in the small town where I'm from, if you walk across the zebra crossing, the most cars, every car will stop. Basically, it's like,
I think they'll stop if a duck walks across the zebra crossing.
As well, they should.
Yeah.
So
for me, the worst country ever. Like, no offense, it's definitely Italy. Like, oh my god, I lived in Naples. Every car has a dent. Every single car has a dent in it. And I remember telling someone, it was like, why do all of you? And they're like, but this car, it is 3 years old. I have for 3 years, so it get the dent. And I was like, no, it's not a saucepan.
I mean, like, that's kind of my philosophy about it as well. Unless it's like some like really crazy nice car, like
let it develop
like a Fiat or
something fancy like a Toyota.
Yeah.
But in Italy, I got into a taxi one time into an Uber. That I am not kidding. The Uber driver drove into a pole, then mamma mia, and then reversed. I'm not joking. This actually happened, and I was like, he's just done like 1,000 quid's worth of damage to him and the pole. Like it was
and
nothing.
to the reputation of Italy as well. So.
And I loved it. But driving. Okay, so for more driving tips, comment or like.
Come to my driving school.
Oscar's going to open up his own driving school. Comment. I would like to say though, because this is episode 4, so we want to say a very personal thank you to everybody who has been listening and who has been commenting and who has been sharing. Thank you all very much.
Don't
and we want to
me.
give. What?
Don't judge me.
Don't judge. Yeah, they're going to stop listening now because you're a bad driver. And we also want to give a big shout out to our producer, Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hey,
Paul.
Paul has been making us all look lovely and beautiful, which is nice, and sound good, which is, there's a lot of waffle between these podcasts.
You'll be applying the acidification filter, correct?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be acidified?
Okay.
Yeah. Join us on the next episode for the letter E.
Ecstasy.
Vroom.
Erotic
ecstasy.
Ejaculation.
Bye.
Erogenous.